our board got together and they voted on an AI policy that was adopted in February. And with that policy came the creation of an AI committee, a district-wide committee in which I chair, but also we have experts in the field from our tech department to our teacher librarians to educators throughout the district. It's been a very effective committee so far, and we're excited about not only teaching AI to our students and faculty, but having a robust toolkit of AI programs that we'll be able to use going forward.
So since our class was mainly online this semester, I did the boot camp course on my own. It was easier for me because I do work every day and I wasn't able to make it to class, and we didn't really hold class in person. It offered a perspective on how AI is transforming the construction industry. So it is helping us be more accurate in what we do in the field and on the computer daily. So instead of us going out there and measuring stuff, we've had these new tools come out and new softwares come out where AI can go and measure stuff for us. And that's really cool to see that work in that way. It's really shaping a way for society as a whole to find new ways to produce different things in our society, which is really cool for me. I like seeing that. I like watching new things. It is promoting efficiency and reducing risks in the field because we're not having to send guys out to go and do these things. AI is able to do it for us now. So it's definitely helping in that aspect of construction.
When we think about AI and we think about how it can influence the job, it's really an infinite amount of possibilities, and it involves the situation that you're in, the context of which you're in. If you're in the classroom and you're trying to learn, there's so many different steps to the learning process, and it really depends on what is it that you can use AI to either bolster, or what can you use AI to help navigate through some of the mundane activities, because you still want the learning process to happen, you still want learning to take place. And so it could be as simple as writing a paper and you need someone to edit that paper, but maybe someone's not around. AI could be a source that you might use to help. It may not be 100%, it may not be foolproof, but it is a good start in which you could use that to help you generate sentence formations or structure or syntax and things like that.
It's been a part of my regular academic workflow. I use ChatGPT daily, almost to brainstorm essay ideas. It helps to clarify complex concepts. So sometimes in history, whenever I don't understand something, I can go and ask ChatGPT to explain it in a better way that the textbook did not explain it.
How do we take this ethical idea of the learning process and taking ownership of the learning process and AI and putting them together? And I think it looks a little different, but regardless of what it may look like in the future, transparency is the most important thing, from your K-12 school all the way up to your higher ed institutions, being very transparent on how I have used AI in my own learning process. That is first and foremost what we need to be putting out there, and just being clear about it and letting all the students understand, if you're going to use it as part of the learning process, we must be transparent and let everybody else know exactly into what context we were using it. A lot of the teacher librarians in the district, they have really championed not only the use of AI, but the use of AI in an ethical way that makes sense within education. And so they're going to be able to be a great resource on every campus.
I'm always careful to use it as a supplement and not a substitute. So that's one thing I see daily in work and school, is people using it as a substitute to what we are actually learning. I have a big take on AI. While I love it for helping us in ways that to help us comprehend in ways that we wouldn't be able to, I will say that it's very much taking over the elementary, middle school, and high school aspect of learning, which I don't so much love, just because with AI comes children not using paper anymore. They're not learning how to write in cursive. They're not learning these basic skills that I grew up learning. In elementary, I went to computer lab, and that was where I got my computers, and now they're using iPads daily. Watching it grow is kind of interesting and scary in a way, because it is getting to a point where it is starting to take over people's jobs, and with that comes a lot of career cuts. There's going to be a lot of people who won't be able to get jobs, and that also comes with stuff happening in the government. So it's a new take, it's a new thing that's very scary but very cool to watch happen as well.
We hear this saying a lot, the jobs that we're preparing our students for today won't exist when they're 25. Well, I mean, I might argue that some of the jobs we're preparing our kids for today, they may not exist in 3 years. So when you're thinking in context of just that, now think of AI in general and the infinite amount of ways and methods that you can use it. I don't think there's a way for us going forward to imagine a world without some use of artificial intelligence in practically every piece of our daily lives. I'll just say, we have a lot of great educators in our district who want to see our students succeed, and they recognize that part of that success means learning how to integrate technology and artificial intelligence and advancements into the learning process. And I believe that they're on board for that and what that looks like. We may not know every step of the way in the future what that's going to entail, but we are ready to meet kids where they are, and we are ready to use the best practices with teaching and learning. And how can we then be relevant and bring in AI into that process?